In this episode, I'm going to share with you a few of my favorite tips for how to map out your 2021 social media plan. Hey everybody, Katie Lance here, founder and CEO of Katie Lance Consulting, the Get Social Smart Academy, and author of the book, Get Social Smart. It's episode 206 of the Get Social Smart show. And today I want to share with you a few of my favorite tried and true tips as we think about the year ahead and we think about your social media plan. Tip number one, time block. So time is our most precious asset. I feel this deeply as a mom, as a wife, as a business owner. We don't want to spend all day on social media. So I want to encourage you to time block 3 specific things. Number one, daily. Set aside 10 or 15 minutes each and every day where you can like, comment, and engage with at least a handful of people. That's really important because real estate's a relationship business and we want to leverage social media to build those relationships. So number one, time block on a daily basis, at least 10 or 15 minutes. That's also your time to respond to notifications and engage with people in a really meaningful way. The other thing we want to do when it comes to time blocking is we want to time block 30 to 60 minutes once a week where we can look ahead. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to automate everything. We're not going to schedule everything, but I love to sit down. I typically do it on a Friday, and I will look ahead to see what's coming up. Or is there some content we can repurpose, we can repost, some things that we can schedule, and we think ahead for the week ahead. And then the other piece of time blocking is we set aside some time each and every month to batch create our content. I'm a big believer that if I'm going to sit down and record one video, I might as well sit down and record 4 or 5 or sometimes more, right? Especially if I'm going to do my hair and makeup. I'm going to record a few videos all in one chunk. And this is really, really important as we think about social media in 2021. I'm often asked, what's the best type of content? The best type of content is the content you create, content that's in your voice, that has your opinion, because no one's gonna say it the way you're gonna say it. No one's gonna have your personality and your opinion and your expertise like you are, but it's not gonna happen unless you time block it. Tip number 2, create a pillar content plan. So what the heck is pillar content? Pillar content is something that might require a little bit of time, money, or energy. It's something that is a little bit longer form. So it could be blog content, video content like this, podcast content, maybe Facebook Live content. Look, social media is rented ground. As much as I love social media, we don't own it. So it's important not just to think about your social media plan, but your content plan. So I encourage you to sit down and think about what are the questions you get asked all the time. Those questions where you think to yourself, oh my gosh, if I get asked that one more time, that's a great piece of content. Start to think about who have you worked with in the last 6 to 12 months. Write those names down, and you might even write down a list of topics of conversation that came up when you worked with those people. So write those down and really think about what's that pillar content going to look like. Whether that's, again, video content, blog content, podcast content. When you start to put out informative content, content that's timeless, that's evergreen, that's valuable now, but it's also valuable in the future, you are helping building your authority, you're helping build your expertise. This is the difference between attracting business and chasing leads. When you start to put out pillar content over the course of time, let me tell you what's going to happen. You're going to start to hear things like, I see you everywhere. I feel like I know you. I feel like you're in my head. And those kind of people, when they're ready to work with you, they're ready to work with you. They're not shopping around calling 12 different people. Now it's up to you to decide if you want to work with them. Tip number 3, decide on your distribution plan. Decide on your distribution plan. So now you've set aside some time, you've done some time blocking, you've thought of your pillar content plan. Now it's time for how is that going to get distributed. So what I encourage you to do is every piece of pillar content that you put out, I want to encourage you to think about, are there 4 or 5 different things that we could do with that one video? For example, if you plan on publishing a video each and every week, that video could go on Facebook. It could get uploaded to your Facebook business page. It could get shared from your business page over to your personal profile. It could get uploaded over to YouTube. You could get that video transcribed and turned to a blog post. If you're active over on LinkedIn, you could share it on LinkedIn. If you're active on Instagram, you could create an Instagram story about that. And so this is what we're talking about, this idea of not just creating content for the sake of content, but getting yourself into a rhythm, into a routine, where social media becomes a habit, it becomes part of what you do versus just bolted on to your business when you have time. And that's what happens a lot of times. It just kind of gets bolted on. It's like an add-on when we have time. All right, as a bonus tip, I've got a great bonus tip for you, and that is review your analytics. As you're planning ahead for the year ahead, look back to see, look at your Facebook Insight, look at your Google Analytics, your YouTube Analytics, your Instagram Insights. These are all free, and when you look at those analytics, you'll get a good sense of what worked, what didn't work in 2020, what type of content worked or maybe didn't work as well, and how you can improve those in 2021 and beyond. Now, as you're listening to this, if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I got to get a handle on all my social media strategy, I would love for you to check out our Get Social Smart Academy. I would imagine a lot of you have been in our community, maybe you've been watching our videos on YouTube or Facebook, or maybe you've been on our email list for a long time, and you've been curious about what it would look like to work with us. So go to katielance.com/academy. It'll give you all great information about what our academy is all about. All of our courses, our coaching, everything we have available is available inside of our academy, and we would love for you to check it out. And if you're watching this video at the end of the year, we have some really fun things that are going on, some really special offers. So check that out, katielance.com/academy, and let me know what questions you have about social media. What are some of your burning questions and challenges that you have? Put those in the comments below. And of course, if you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell button. We have new videos that come out each and every week. Thanks everyone. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.